Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're in the mood for good fishing and good food, so we're headed up to St. Germain Lodge in Fibbers.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Just a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! It's a huge fish! It's a huge fish!
This is amazing.
Who do you got?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Blake, we're up in beautiful St. Germain, Wisconsin, and you know, a lot of families, including ours, come on vacation up here in July and August, right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place to come and fish and vacation. There's so many different lakes.
And the thing is, Rob, you get folks that come up here this time of year, and you really don't know where to start when you're on a lake. And I always say hire a guide the first day you're on vacation. Otherwise, looking at a Lake Master chip or a lake map and finding your green weeds this time of year is crucial, right?
Yeah, look for weed points or weed edges that are close to deep water. Pick out the areas, take a look at your weather forecast. Think about, where you want to fish based on the wind.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to play the wind and fish where wind's blowing into stuff. This time of year, our water temperatures are peaking, so oxygen is very important. And where you have water moving from the wind, you're going to have the most oxygenated water, and that's where you're going to find most of your fish.
And you'll have a lot of different species swimming together. And we didn't bring any live bait with us today. It'll be kind of a challenge. And we have a special guest. Who's our special guest? Wes Paul.
Wes Paul.
From Johnson Pump. And what does he always say? Get Johnson Pump. Hey, folks, we will catch some walleyes, hopefully some bass, maybe some crappies. You never know, right?
You never know.
Hey, folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All that coming up right after this.
On the water, every second counts. So when there's a fish at 3 o'clock, be right on time with Mega 360 imaging. Every sweep of our newest technology offers 125 feet of absolute clarity all around your boat, so you can see fish and every detail in every direction. With a clearer picture of what's below, you can catch fish like clockwork. Mega 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
What's the difference between a good net and a great net? Simple. It's all in the features. Fortis nets by Clam Outdoors are tough, safe on fish, easy to use, and a telescoping handle. Learn more about Fortis nets at clamoutdoors.com.
Well, welcome back, folks. This is the first bite of the day. You're going to have to try and grab that clam net there, Blake. Oh, it's a smallmouth bass to start our day. There we go. Oh, did you get him?
Yep.
Nicely done. Great save. That's why those clam nets are so great.
Yep.
Oh, nice little bass to start the day there, Rob. And this time of the year, when you get into July like this, there's going to be multi-species in the weeds and the rocks too, right?
Yeah, on a day like today, John, with a big wind blowing, anything and everything will be using humps. They'll be using these weed edges and everything like that. We've just had a recent cold front, and now we're getting into instant heat. So it's going to be interesting to see how these fish react today, but I think we're going to have a pretty good day.
Hey, what are you doing here, buddy?
I'm just catching some fish with you, John.
All right, well, we'll see what you got on here. Hopefully it's a walleye. That's what we're after.
That's what we're after.
Oh, there, Blake, get the clamaroo. There's a nice bass coming in for Wessarudi's. And come on, Wes. Half-hour show, dude. There you go, buddy.
Where'd it go?
Get him up. There you go. Hey,
There we go.
those Kalen jerk minnows are fun.
That was fun. That was a great hit.
And you're just twitching it?
Just twitching. I was watching you, and I started to mimic what you were doing, and
You felt it.
I felt it.
Yeah. And we're after walleyes, but it seems like, and Rob, I figure you got to try several different bars to find where the walleyes are, right? Yeah. But hey, that's fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Robbo, you think it's a walleye, buddy?
I can see a little flash out there. Looks like I think it is a walleye, actually.
Oh, yeah, it is a walleye. Now, this is interesting to me, folks, and he got that on that Livingston jerk bait, which Pete loves, and you love it too now, huh?
Yeah, no, they're great. I've been playing around with these things for bass, walleyes, and they definitely love them, and the musky stuff is great too.
What I'm looking at right now is all kinds of speedboats behind you, and it's high noon, but you can catch walleyes in the right spots in the middle of summer. You know, that's what people don't realize, right?
What's helping us is wind, John.
Yes.
You know, if it was dead calm, you know, we wouldn't be out here right now doing what we're doing. But you know, wind, you know, coupled with you know, good green weeds, and that's what you're looking for. And you're always going to be fishing the upside of the wind here.
I don't know what this is, Rob. Let me see here. I think
Looks
it
like
is
it's
going to
jumping
be
like
a
a bass.
bass.
Blakey just got bit off.
Oh, look at this, an LMB, Rob.
Nice.
A largemouth bassarino.
Yeah.
No, we were talking before, folks, about how the multi-species use these weeds and into 8 to 10 feet of water. And I'll tell you what, on some of the lakes up here in northern Wisconsin, if you want to have a fish fry, folks, there is nothing wrong with keeping these 12 to 14-inch bass on lakes where they're plentiful. They are delicious to eat. What do we got here, Wes?
I don't know.
You got a nice hairdo there,
That's
buddy.
right. It's the lucky mole.
We'll have to explain that if in fact this is a nice walleye, which I'm hoping. Oh, there you go. Now that is a nice fish there, buddy. Nicely done there, Wes. All right. Now, when you hold your walleye up, you're going to have to, Rob, what do you think of this hairdo?
I love it.
I do too. It's kind of neat though, but this is your mullet. Turn around. There you go. Very nice. Now you put that on when fishing gets slow?
That's right. Second cast, get a fish.
No, actually, that's a beautiful walleye. And again, folks, you know, it's 80-some degrees out here today. The sun is high in the sky, and catching these fish in the middle of the day. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it was great.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm, Northland 2-pack Mimic Minnows on sale 2 for $5. Mimic Minnows 2 for $5.
Ooh, hey, Wes the mullet man cast it out and caught that walleye, and I cast it right behind him and got a bite right away. Here he is. What do we have here, Wes? We have ourselves a nice walleye there, Wes.
Here we go.
Hey, that is interesting though, Rob. I mean, you tell me that you're casting anywhere between 5 and 10 feet of water, catching walleyes in the middle of the day like this. I mean, that is amazing to me, buddy. But when folks are coming up here, so many walleye anglers concentrate on deep rocks this time of year, and that's not a bad idea, folks. But certainly try the weeds on a windy day when they're blowing into weed beds, right?
Yeah, you always fish the wind, John. You know, whether it's weeds, rock, wood, whatever, you always want the wind blowing into what you're fishing.
Folks, a lot of people wonder what size jig head you use when you're using plastics, and I always keep 2 rods rigged up. I've got an 1/8 ounce darter head on one and a 1/4 ounce darter head on the other. So if I'm casting with the wind, I'll use the lighter jig head, and if I'm casting like crosswind, I'll go with the heavier jig. The most important thing when you're using these plastics is keeping bottom contact. When you get to that bottom, do your twitch, let it fall back down to the bottom again, and do another twitch. And always keep an eye on your line too, folks, because the line can be a strike indicator. If you get a jump in the line, that's always a bite. Oh boy, that was a nice hit, Rob. That is going to be coming up a little high here. Small walleye, maybe a bass. Let's see what we got here. Actually, pretty decent bass there.
Taking a break from fishing, we're here with our good friend John from Recon, and they just launched their new 18-foot tiller. What's so different about this boat than all aluminum boats?
Well, it's a smoother ride in fiberglass, slower drifting, more control, and then more capabilities on the inside.
And what does this boat come with?
Bow mount trolling motor, 2 locators, full tough coated trailer, and a tiller 90 horse outboard.
And what about about for the fishermen?
Fishermen, the capabilities of a 9-foot rod locker, full rear casting deck, full walkable upper deck, and 2 live wells.
Wow, that truly is awesome, John. And to customize your own Recon 18-foot tiller, just go to your nearest dealer or go to reconboats.com.
Mullet boy, mullet boy. Boy, I'll tell you, this is amazing, folks. Again, middle of summer. Clam Blake, clam Blake. Oh, get him in here, Wes. Wes, just flip. Oh, he did the old mullet flip in there on the walleye. That's pretty cool. Oh, hold him up there. Come on, Wes. You know, this is a half-hour show, dude. No, this is amazing. That's 3 fish in 3 minutes, folks. Wow. Eating that Kalen's, huh?
Yep.
We were fishing the lakes of St. Germain, Wisconsin, a 4-hour drive from Milwaukee, 5 hours from Chicago, and 4 hours from Minneapolis. Hey, Blake, we're heading out on Green Bay tomorrow, and the weatherman said it's supposed to be really, really rough. Just to be safe, I want to put in a higher capacity Johnson bilge pump.
Dad, you don't need all those tools to change a Johnson bilge pump. All you need is a higher capacity Johnson cartridge motor. It's that simple.
Hey Blake, that is really cool. I guess I won't need these. Johnson cartridge bilge pumps. The highest capacity, the easiest to maintain, and the easiest to install. Johnson Pump, our choice for safety and reliability.
It's hard to put our adventures on hold, but now is the perfect time to prepare for their return. Amsoil has your back with fast, free shipping, and ordering has never been easier. Just look up your vehicle, select your product, add an oil change to your cart, and check out. Spend $100 on Amsoil products, and shipping is on us. Order now at amsoil.com.
Oh my gosh, this is 2 seconds later, folks. This does not feel very big. Let's see, here he is. But I mean, yeah, to see these walleye, whoa, Wesy, right in the, throw him back in, Wes, throw him back in. But no, come on up here, Wes. I got to tell the folks, seriously, dude. As soon as you put the old mullet hairdo on, it changed.
It turned on.
It changed the fishing. And do you have to wash this?
No, you can't wash it. That washed the luck out of it.
Really? And people think that's attractive?
The fish do.
Oh, big bass.
That's a big bass.
What do we got? A largemouth or a small?
Big largemouth.
Slurped it like a slinky.
LMB, way to go, LMB. Grab that net, Wes.
That was right on the fall, Dad.
Well, let's see what we got here. We have ourselves. Oh, look at that. Pass that up to Blake. Hey.
Walleye fishing.
Well, no, that's okay. Now, that we talked about earlier in the program, it's a multi-species deal.
I'm kidding him.
But let's hold him up. And what happened with that, Blake? Look at that. That's a big bucket mouth right there.
Kalen's jerk minnow.
Yeah, hold him up real nice.
Oh,
that was when you cast it out, it hit on the fall. You didn't even twitch
right away. I didn't even twitch it yet. That's an awesome fish.
Yeah, nicely done. But we are walleye fishing. No, the multi-species thing is really interesting.
Yeah.
And again, Rob, you know, these fish are obviously done spawning, so they're just cruising the weeds eating now, huh? Yeah, that's a dandy. Well, back of the boat, Rob, it's as good a guess as anybody as to what kind it is. Felt like a walleye bite.
Staying down.
Yeah, staying down. Now let's see what we got here. We have ourselves a weeded up little, what is that?
A walleye.
Oh, that is a gorgeous walleye there, buddy. Hey, let me grab him there, Wes. Yep. That's a beautiful walleye, Rob. And look, whoops. There we go. I mean, that's a well-built fish, and got that Kalen's jerk minnow right there. The coloring on these fish is beautiful, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah, and look what he was living in.
Yeah, oh, there you go. That's a perfect example. And again, folks, Rob tells me all summer you can do this and catch these fish like this. And again, it's in the 80s, folks, and catching these in high blue skies. Another one here in the back of the boat, Rob, and we'll talk a little bit about why you came back here in a second. But this kind of feels like a walleye, Robbo. Ooh, there we go. There is a dandy right there. It shouldn't be flipping them in, should be clamming them. But one of the reasons that, oops, I used to be good at that, didn't I? Turn around, Rob. One of the reasons that you came into the back of the boat is what we're doing is using spot lock and kind of sliding down, but we're using spot lock, then move a little bit, spot lock, but it's easier to cast with the wind.
Oh, on a day like today, when you're doing snap jigging with plastics and so on, yeah, you got to fish downwind. It just makes it so much easier to feel. You get outside of the boat, unless you got you got to go to a lot heavier jig.
Right.
And then you're just losing what your presentation should be doing. But
yeah,
downwind is
cast with the wind. Yeah, that's another beauty. As Rob pointed out, folks, this is the cabbage that these walleyes are hanging out with, anywhere between 5 and 15 feet of water. And Rob, we're looking at the locator right now, and you can see tons of weeds in that 12 to 14 foot area. Now, do you fish right in the weeds, or do you like to fish the edge of the beds?
Well, we're kind of positioning just outside the weeds, so we're covering the outside edge and then the deepest part of the weed line. And with the wind today, we can really make long bomb casts and really kind of covering it all. And they've been coming up in the weeds, they've been on the edge, and a couple have been on the outside.
It's so much fun, though, to catch fish on a hot, sunny day like this in the middle of the day, and it's not that uncommon, is it?
Well, it's all the wind factor, and it's out of the right direction for a change for us,
Folks, the baseball season is starting very soon. Now, we can't go to the games.
But we can still tailgate.
That is the deal. Have your own tailgate party at your house. Buy yourself a party pack of Johnsonville fresh brats.
Yes, they are perfect for a tailgate or any party, actually.
Yeah, so what I like to do with these, Blake, and you watch me cook them all the time at home, I put them on low to medium heat, and I like to cook them real slow, and I turn them every 4 or 5 minutes. But the key is low to medium heat, because you don't want to puncture those skins and let those delicious Johnsonville juices escape.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, juicy Johnsonville regular brats.
So good.
Aren't they wonderful?
I love them.
Yep.
So good.
Yeah. Hey, folks, look for the Johnsonville Party Pack at your favorite retailer today. Johnsonville Fresh Brats. Boy, that is a summer treat. He refuses to admit that I taught him how to do it. I'm just teasing you. Well, oh, there's a wally. No, you and I have been rip jigging together for a lot of years, Rob, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
And, Rob guides practically. I happened to catch him on a weird day off in the middle of summer.
A COVID cancellation.
Yeah, right. But, you'll outfit the guy or the clients with live bait, leeches and crawlers and that, but you really enjoy the plastics.
Well, yeah, it's always a, great method to search a spot first, find some fish. You're always going to get the most active ones using artificials.
Right.
And then, you can go back and pick through them with live bait. One thing is, on a spot like this, we're getting fish on a variety of plastics, but not every fish will respond to something like that.
Right.
So like if you went through it with a different group of cranks, or if you did use live bait, there's more fish here than what we're catching.
Absolutely. Yay, you took the mullet off.
Yep, the mullet a little too hot with the mullet on.
Okay, we got another wally coming in here. Let us see here. Get that clam there, Blake. Ooh, that's staying down. That's another beautiful, beautiful walleye. Wes, you do a lot of fishing, buddy. And that was on that Livingston crankbait there, folks. Wes does a lot of fishing. Did you ever dream in your life, buddy, that you could come out here and catch walleyes on a hot day in the middle of the summer?
Not this time of day, no.
No, hold them up. Just, forget the hook. Just hold them like that. That's perfect. But no, you fish all your life. 85 degrees, sunny skies.
Normally we're in waiting to get a little cooler.
Yeah, hold them up. Nice job there, Wesaroo.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm, John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2020 Fishing Contest. This week's first winner is Doug Petrie of West Bend, Wisconsin, caught this 29-inch walleye on the Fox River using a flicker shad. Art Brickner of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, boated this 22.5-inch smallmouth bass on Elkhart Lake using a night crawler. Roy Greening of Oglesby, Illinois, caught the 16-inch crappie on the Southern Illinois Reserve using a custom jig. And Peyton Jenke of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, caught this 42-inch northern pike on Lake Ponset using a streamer. And this week's first kid winner is Ben Benton of Mercer, Wisconsin, caught this 11.5-inch bluegill on Weber Lake using a worm. And Colin Marcus of Verona, Wisconsin, caught this 21-inch largemouth bass on Surprise Lake using a wacky worm. Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. Check out what I found this week. Northland Reed Runner and Buzzard Buzzer spinner baits are on sale 2 for $5. And save 20% on the Rapella 7.5-inch fish and fillet knife on sale for $19.99.
The first thing that we're going to do today is attack panfish in the basin of the lake.
Just gives it a little extra flavor or smell.
Fishing jumbo perch in Devil's Lake, North Dakota. This is not too early to come out and catch walleyes, huh?
It's never too early.
This middle of May stuff for walleyes, it's cool.
It's a night and day difference putting the bait mate on.
This is ranked as one of the top smallmouth destinations in the world. And that bait mate does work, doesn't it?
It does.
August is a great time to come here. We're going to be targeting lake trout today.
Catch more fish all year long with Baitmate Fish Attractant. Check it out at baitmate.com.
Folks, here's a couple of important facts that you should know about Eagle Claw hooks. Number one, Eagle Claw is the only hook in the world made right here in the USA. Number two, American workmanship guarantees innovation, and we've been doing it since 1925. Number three, Eagle Claw's in-house superior technology builds Eagle Claw, Laser Sharp, and Trocar brands. Look at the size of that fish!
All right.
Oh my gosh! Fish get hooked on Eagle Claw. So should you.
The Kalen's Google Eye Jig features a built-in glass rattle that creates a deadly combination of sight and sound. Its shockwave rattle system has been designed to call fish in. The lifelike rattle reflects the light and adds a dimension like no other. Available in 2 styles and 13 colors.
Well, folks, we're switching gears here, doing a little pan fishing here. Ooh, Rob,
Nice.
look at the size of that sunfish on that Kalen's scrub. Isn't that a pretty fish? And that's what, 7.5? Oh, it's bigger than that. Yeah, bigger than that. And that's a gorgeous eating fish there. That's the beauty of fishing with Rob this time of year, folks. You can switch gear in the middle of the day and go from walleyes to panties. Way to go there, Wesaroo. Let's see, feel pretty good, buddy?
Yeah, feels like a bass.
I'll tell you, Rob, you were right, though, about the wind today. That has really saved us. It's almost 90 degrees and still catching fish, right,
Yeah,
Wes?
yeah.
Well, smile at your wife, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
There you go.
Oh, you got a
Ooh, what do
little
we have
muskie.
there?
Little muskie.
Muskie.
Is that a muskie? Or
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, that is awesome. Pass that up to Rob, actually, Blake. Keep them in the water. Keep them in the water and pass them up. I want, when folks see these little muskies, they are so cool. You caught a muskie.
Hey, it's my second muskie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, wait till you see how pretty these small ones are, and we'll get her back right away. They're really pretty at this age, aren't they, Rob? Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at how pretty the colors are on that fish. Is that gorgeous? How old do you figure that fish is?
Probably 3 years old.
Really?
Maybe. Yep.
Wow.
We'll see him hopefully in about 15 years.
Yeah, no, I can't get over it, really, and she'll release fine. Good job getting the hook out, Rob. But yeah, the coloring on, when you see those fish, the coloring, Wes, wasn't that pretty?
Yeah, it was very pretty fish.
And you caught them.
Caught him. Second muskie.
Ooh, I got something now.
Definitely a lot better.
I got something now on the same cast here. Wes just lost his. What do we got here, Rob? Feels pretty good, buddy. No, that's got some weight to it. Ooh, what do we got there, Rob? Oh my gosh, look at the size of that walleye, Rob. That is awesome, buddy. Look at this, folks. I want to show you how this thing ate that bait, too. I mean, that just is amazing. Boy, is that a beauty. You don't get walleyes like that in warm weather like this. Well, you're proving a point to me today, and look at that. Look at where he ate that Kalen's jerk minnow. That's right after your muskie. Yeah. Yay, Blake's scoring. Let's see if we got another walleye. We're getting towards the end of the day. We got an LMB there, Blake.
But
those are fun.
Yeah, they're so fun to catch, you know. I caught a bigger one earlier, but like I said, no matter the size, they're fun to catch.
Hey, way to go there, Robberoo.
Woohoo!
You know, that's another thing up here. When you're up here, folks, on these lakes, you got boats going by all the time and everything else, but it seems like the fish must get used to it. Okay, Rob, we're coming up with the net. We're coming up with the net. Ooh, what do we got, Rob?
A nice pike.
All right, buddy, another species to add to our collection today. Wow, look at that, Wes.
Oh,
that's a nice fish, Rob.
Oh, it's heavy, too.
Yeah, well, lift out that old Clamarino.
Hang on.
Nice,
Leave
nice
right there.
pike, Rob. You know, that's a real nice one.
It's definitely been a multi-species day.
Is that uncommon up here to get them that size, Rob?
No, I mean, there's lakes that have fish this big and bigger. There's quite a few nice pike in this lake here.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful pike. Hey, Rob, when families do come up this time of year, it's kind of warm to haul minnows around. So what are the best live baits for folks to use out here?
There's a lot of bug hatches that go on. So, you know, stuff that looks like larvae, you know, a half a crawler and a jig is a real good option. You know, obviously leeches with slip bobbers and so on. And
we got a fish, Rob. Hold on.
Yeah, I see that.
You're interrupted, Rob.
I know.
No, that's all right.
You're not supposed to interrupt Rob.
Well, I wanted to have some fun back here.
What do we got there?
Walleye.
Ah, nicely done, Wesbo. That's a nice walleye too, Wes. That's a nice job. That's a beautiful fish. But what Rob was getting to is exactly right. Crawlers and leeches, and bring some ice in the boat so you keep those baits fresh. But we came out with all plastics today, and here's a classic hit. Show the folks the mouth of that fish. See how they'll come up and T-bone that bait like that, Wes?
Yeah.
You know? And you got the Google-eyed jig there, huh,
yeah,
buddy?
Google-eyed jig. It's been good for me today.
Rob Manthei guides all of Vilas County on a daily basis. For more info, give Rob a call. That phone number is 715-477-2042. 477-2042.
The Kalen's Google Eye Swing Head features a wide base with a built-in glass rattle that puts off a lot of vibration and noise into the water. And the wide base allows it to not get snagged as much along the bottom. Check this out in 3 sizes and 3 colors.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333.
From the kennel to the coop, whatever the season, Fleet Farm has everything to keep your animals happy and healthy. Whether it's keeping the backyard birds well-fed season, mastering those retrieval skills season, or wondering who takes care of who season. There's a reason people say if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, you don't need it, because we have it all. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Sure had a lot of fun today, and I'm glad we came up with Rob before our family vacation.
Yeah, we learned to look for the weeds and use artificials this time of year.
Yeah, and people are gonna use live bait, crawlers and leeches, and a lot of fun. And Rob, if folks come up and stay at St. Germain Lodge, which you own, and drop in at Fibber's Restaurant, you'll actually show people a little bit about where and how to fish, right?
Oh yeah, I always do, John. I tell people bring map books, and you know, not every lake is going at the same time, or wind direction dictates where you're going to fish. So have, you know, several maps of the area, and you know, usually there's something or several lakes that'll be going. But yeah, you just got to be versatile this time of year and move around.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet, but we'll find a place somewhere. Until then, we're the Gillespies, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.